Okay, what I've got here is my tree scion collection kit that I made up. This is one of those vacuum seal bags. That's what I'm going to keep the scion wood in. I've got some moistened paper towels, some labels, and some string to tie the bundles, along with pruning shears. Now I'm going to go out to the pear trees out there and collect some scion wood. Today is January the 23rd, and this is my first attempt at grafting. So from what I understand, you're supposed to take the scion wood when the trees are completely dormant, and then you graft them when at bud break, when the sap starts flowing in the cambium layer. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take some scion wood. This first tree here is a Purdue pear, and obviously you want to when you take scion wood, you want to take wood that you're probably going to graft off anyway, and I do have some grafting experience, so probably realistically you'd just want one main branch coming up, but in this particular case, if you look close, I've got a branch here that's crossing over, and if you follow this one up, it crosses over here too, and what's going to happen is with this crossing wood, it's going to rub, so I'm going to remove this one. Okay, there's the cut. I removed it. You can see the cutting removed there. I'm going to get several scion out of that. Alright, from that tree, the Purdue pear, I got 10 scion wood pieces, and I wrapped it with a moist paper towel, and obviously I labeled it and tied them together so I'll know which ones are the Purdue. Now I'm going to stick them in the bag. Alright, I've got my bag of scions. There's probably 40 to 50 in there. And gotta wait for the green to start our bud swell on the Cleveland pears out front. And then we'll pick this up then. I'll just go down the line real quick. This is my Calmus pear. I pruned it up at the same time I took some scion. This is my Moonglow pear. This is my Hood pear. And finally the Purdue pear. Now just to pop them in the fridge, just like same place I had my strawberries. I'll show you this. It is time. The sap is running and we've got buds forming all over this Bradford. Excuse me, this isn't a Bradford, this is a Cleveland pear. This is what I need right here. This is everything I need. Here are the scions, and I put in the refrigerator about 2 months, maybe, yeah, roughly about 2 months ago. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little sprayer here. This has got a 9-to-1 ratio of bleach to water, and I'm going to spray everything that could touch the scion or the wood. Next thing on the agenda is to create some labels, and I use cans, aluminum cans. I'm not going to use this, it's just a weight. And I use tomato twine because it's really durable and it'll stand up to the sun. And I use the cutters here. You take one of them, and I use just a drill bit. You can use anything hard, and you scribe backwards what you want. In this case, it's a P. When you flip it around, it's raised P, and that stands for the Purdue scion. So I'm going to tie this. I cut a bit of string off, tomato string off, and put a hole through it, and that becomes my label. Now I'll do it with all the others. That was hard. I'm going to take this cut and do what's called top work grafting. Okay, what I did was I took and I made a cut with this box knife here, and I took the flathead screwdriver and pried it out, and I cut this moon glow scion at an angle like that, and I shoved it in right there. It kind of tore away a little bit right there, but I think it'll still be good. Alright, I've got all 4 scions in: moon glow, hood, Purdue, and Comus. And I'm going to throw some wood glue on each one of these, and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, I covered it completely around to help seal in, protect the cuts, and promote healing. Now I've got this big open space here that needs to be filled in or protected, and that's what this interior exterior carpenter's wood glue is for. So I didn't invent this, I saw it online, and I saw the guy was pretty successful. He presented himself as successful, so hopefully he wasn't pulling my leg, because I would hate for these not to take. And I'll finish doing this and come back. What I did was I wrapped the scion in paraffin grafter's tape, and I put the little labels on each one of those. And I have never done this before. I do not know if it's going to work. I sure hope it does, though. What the heck did I do to my tree? Holy mackerel. I just grafted 12 scions onto it from my fruit trees in the back. So I'm trying to make this tree a fruiting tree as well as a beautiful flowering tree. This one branch left on is called a nursing branch in the grafting world. I didn't invent it, just read about it, and its purpose is to provide photosynthesis to the tree until the grafts take. So the nursing branch makes it look really bad, but provides a purpose. Alright, it's 19 March, and I got to looking at these scions wrapped in a paraffin film tape, and there was a lot of moisture underneath the tape. And I know trapped moisture can do some damage, so a lot of the videos, or most of the videos, I noticed they don't wrap the scions, and I actually only saw a couple of them where they did. So I'm going to do what I feel is the right thing to do, and I remove the tape. It's 29 March, just a little update on the scions and grafting onto the Callery pear. It doesn't look like they're dying, and it is cool today. It's in the 40s, so I see some potential growth there, some budding. We'll see. Okay, this is a little tree, and maybe that's gonna come out. We'll see. Some of them don't look like they're progressing very well, but the little nodes, leaf nodes, are getting longer. There's some there. This one doesn't look the greatest, but this is a comus, and they look a little different than all the others. April 15th, the smaller tree. This doesn't look as promising. We've got this one that might take, and the buds look like they're trying to green up pretty good, but like this, looks like they could go either way. This had started to green up, but now it's getting dark, so that bud might have died, or that graft might not have taken. This one has got a little bit of green, but it's darkened up there. So I'm concerned about this one. It's busting through, but it's dark. Not much going on with this, or this one. So I don't know why. It's got little shoots on it. I need to break those off. This is what it looks like on 1 May. You can see that this particular one is doing fantastic. It's grown quite a bit. This is part of the tree below the graft here. This one looks like it's going to make it so far. It's got a bunch of green leaves. I'd kind of given up on that one. This one too, you can see a little bud coming out there, as well as back there. Looks like several of these might make it. This little comus here, I'm not sure. Right here. I think this one's not going to make it. But I didn't think this one was going to make it, but I see like a little bud there. This one closest has got good color, and it's got a little bit that may make it. And back over there, that one looks like it's going to make it. The nursing branch is doing very well. 14 May, it's an update. And I've trimmed my nursing branch back some. And that's because I want to force as much energy from the tree and its root system into the new growth. And I don't know if it would have done it normally, but see, it's trying to put out new shoots all the time. I have to pick them off, but I don't know if leaving the nursing branch full, if it still would have allowed such growth, but I'm pretty pleased overall with where we're at. You can see here that these, at least that one, is doing real well. It looks like this one has taken, isn't going to. This one is trying to come out still, and I've heard that online, that don't take your grafts out because they may eventually come on. And I can tell you that they've come on differently. I mean, obviously this one's swelling and starting to heal already, and I got a couple over here. That one a little behind it. I mean, there's significant growth on that one. And then you've got some in various lengths. This one and this one are fairly fresh, got the new light colored leaves on them. So yeah, I'm gonna leave these here for I don't know, a few more months and see what happens. This is my big Cleveland pear, and I cannot cut that one down like I did the other one and graft onto it, because my wife would absolutely kill me. She's already not real happy with the way the other one looks, for sure. But I took some of the lower limbs and I grafted on, cleft grafted. On my big tree, I trimmed up some of the limbs to raise it up to make it more aesthetically pleasing, plus to give my new grafts some sun. And they're gonna need that anyway when they start producing pears, hopefully next year. But I'll go around the tree and let you see the grafts. This one's obviously looking good, as is this one. It's even got that much length to it growing up. These two look like they've taken. This one looks like it's struggling. It may or may not take, but it's got growth on it. This one doesn't look like it's taken, but the commas, which is what this one is, are having difficulties for some reason. Let me make sure this is the commas. No, this is a moonglow actually. M of moonglow. But this one is going. Looks nice. This is a commas, I bet you anything. Yep, C for commas. And it is not going. I'm pretty sure this one isn't going to make it. But I'll leave it on there for a while like the others. This one up here, these are some little bitty ones I hadn't really thought we'd take, but they're also commas. That one's going, or seems to be trying to come along. That's the only commas one I've seen yet that's producing. Over here, and this is the Purdue. That graft looks like it's taken. This is also Purdue, and these two grafts look like they've taken. Here and here. I've got these two, which is the hood, and they've taken. Look how tall that is. And we've got one here that doesn't look good. This is also Purdue, but the one next to it is taking. So that wraps it up for the trees. I think I'll wrap it up for the overall video in time, and maybe later on I'll do an overall update, like maybe 6 months or so down the line as part of another video.